Welcome to the Climate Model Outlook for November to January. A strong El Niño, coupled with other climate influences, mean the north of Australia may see a delayed start to the wet season rains and fewer tropical cyclones. In the south, there's an increased risk of heat waves and bushfires. First, let's look at spring so far. September was the third driest on record for Australia, and these dry conditions extended into October. But that hasn't meant an absence of severe weather. In mid-October, storms and hail hit the southern wheat belt of Western Australia. Areas with severe long-term rainfall deficiencies now extend across large parts of Queensland, northern New South Wales, Victoria and into South Australia. The first weeks of October saw temperatures up to 12 degrees above average, with early season records at a third of our reference stations. This set the stage for one of our hottest Octobers on record, further drying crops and other vegetation. Tasmania and Victoria both declared total fire bans prior to the usual fire danger periods, and bushfires have already occurred in all southern states. Lower layer soils have also been drier than average, contributing to low rainfall runoff and an early end to southern Australia's water storage filling season. As a result, many water storages are now less than half full. Virtually all of our major storages are now at lower levels than at this time last year. So what's driving Australia's climate at the moment? There are several influences pulling moisture away from Australia. In the Pacific Ocean, El Niño is still strengthening and remains our strongest since 1997-98. In the tropical Indian Ocean, a positive dipole has also strengthened to levels not seen since 2006-07. Around the northern coast of Australia, cool ocean temperatures are reinforcing these drying patterns. However, one driver has been pushing some moisture towards us: very warm waters in the subtropical Indian Ocean. So how might this tug-of-war play out over the coming months? Most international climate models suggest El Niño won't start to decline until early 2016. However, the positive Indian Ocean dipole and its drying influence will start to break down during November. Each year, winds swing from easterly, as we're seeing now, to westerly, and the dipole collapses. This change is linked to the annual movement of the monsoon trough in the tropics. Likewise, sea surface temperatures to Australia's north are likely to return to normal by the end of the year. While these drying influences may ease, the subtropical Indian Ocean is expected to remain warm, potentially drawing some moisture towards Australia. But we need to remain on alert for bad fire weather. Historically, when we have a positive Indian Ocean dipole before an El Niño summer, as we have this year, we've seen more fires. With the drying influences on Australia due to ease, what's the outlook for November to January? In several areas, odds favour wetter than average conditions for this time of year. Drier than average conditions are expected in the north due to a later start to the wet season rains, and in parts of the southeast. Our rainfall outlook has moderate accuracy at this time of year. A similar outlook is shown in the US and UK climate models, while the European model suggests average rainfall. Turning now to streamflow. With below average rainfall and dry soils, our October to December forecasts show low flows at 98 locations. Near median flows are forecast at 13 locations, with high flows more likely at only 7. Accuracy for our streamflow forecast is high at this time of year. In early October, we released our tropical cyclone outlook. The Australian region usually has around 11 cyclones each season, of which 4 cross our coastline. El Niño typically reduces cyclone activity in our region, meaning fewer tropical cyclones than average are expected. However, at least one cyclone has hit Australia every year since records began. Turning to temperatures, warmer than average days are likely in southern Australia. Nights are likely to be warmer than average across most of the country. Accuracy for these outlooks is high at this time of year. So in summary, we've been dominated by drying influences, but these should ease as we move into summer. Odds favour above average rainfall for some inland areas and the seasonally dry southwest, but drier in the north and southeast. Low stream flows are likely to continue in many areas, and the risk of bushfires and heat waves remains high. For more details, head to our website at bom.gov.au/climate/ahead. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Our next video will be released on Thursday the 19th of November. For the Bureau of Meteorology, I'm Andrew Watkins.